Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Oh, good, because if not, I can talk louder and yell. I have kids too, so. My name's Doug Moore. I'm a member of the tree committee for the city of Livonia. Welcome to the 23rd Arbor Day celebration. The city and a Livonia Elementary School have celebrated Arbor Day for the past 23 of 25 years. COVID wrecked 2 years for us, unfortunately. In fact, there's 3 trees across the parking lot in front of the school that were planted in 2008 at an Arbor Day event when we were here last time. That was 15 years ago. Some Arbor Day fun facts. Arbor Day was founded by Julius Sterling Morton. He was an incredible tree lover and had a passion for planting trees. In fact, he was married in Detroit, Michigan in 1854. He and his wife moved to the Nebraska Territory after that, and they started Arbor Day. The first Arbor Day was celebrated on April 10th, 1872 in the Nebraska Territory. It is estimated that 1 million trees were planted on that day in Nebraska. Arbor Day was almost called Sylvan Day. Silva is it's a Latin word. Latin is just a language it's called a dead language, but us adults know some of it. It was felt that word was not inclusive enough because Sylvan only talked about woodlands, and Arbor Day included everything. Most states celebrate Arbor Day today. Some states don't. Hawaii celebrates it in November, and Alaska celebrates it in May. And the last thing I learned today, the United States has a national tree, and it's the oak tree. Didn't know that, and life is about learning, and I try to learn something new every day. So, after all that, it's my honor to introduce our mayor, Mayor Brosnan.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is so super cool. I am really, really happy to be here. And, you know, my team helps put together some remarks before I leave the office so that I don't forget to say certain things. And they started out by saying that I was supposed to welcome you to this beautiful, sunny Arbor Day. I think they didn't quite know what Mother Nature had in store for us now, did they? But nonetheless, no matter whether it's sunny out or rainy out or cloudy out, every day is a good day to recognize the trees in our community. And that is a big part of what we're here to do today with Arbor Day. As Doug said, you know, we've been practicing Arbor Day for 25 years in Livonia. Isn't that fantastic that 25 years ago, the city of Livonia said, you know what? We have a lot of trees in our neighborhood. We have a lot of trees in our city, and they are a gift. They are a gift that we want to be sure that we respect and that we protect. So we asked if we could be designated throughout the country as a tree city. And in order to be designated as a tree city, we have to host events like this so that we let more people know how important trees are. So you are all a really big part of how we get to be nationally recognized as a tree city in this country. So give yourselves a big round of applause. You know, I think sometimes there are certain things we take for granted. You know, things that we just expect are going to be there all the time for us. Sometimes we take our parents for granted. Sometimes we take our teachers for granted. Sometimes we take our trees for granted. We just expect that they're going to be there to offer us shade or to provide wood that we need or to create tree-lined streets or beautiful parks or places to hang swings from or places just to sit under and contemplate sometimes. Arbor Day is our way of saying we don't take trees for granted. We understand that we're going to have to continue to pay attention to them to help make sure that they stay clear of diseases, that we know which trees are the best ones to plant, how best to plant them, to water them. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever had a chance to plant a tree, but a lot of times we plant trees because they help us remember the passage of time. They help us remember that as the tree grows, you grow. So 25 years ago, Livonia started planting trees, and as a result, we have planted thousands and thousands of trees, not just in honor of Arbor Day, but as a way of taking care of our community. And when I look at those trees, I look at them and I think about how many young people like you, those trees were planted right alongside of, and those trees have continued to grow, just like you're going to grow. Those trees have continued to give back to this community, just like all of you are going to continue to give back to your community, to give back to your community of school, to your community of family. So Arbor Day is a way of making sure that we recognize that for generations to come, that trees and our relationship with them is really, really important. So today, we've got a flag here, right, that we are going to present. This goes to the school because, and if Mr. Beringhouse would stand out, Mr. Beringhouse is the chairman of our Greenleaf Commission in Livonia, and he really helps us a lot to make sure that we remain a tree-friendly city. So, Jim, if you would do me a favor and give me a hand here, we can kind of showcase this flag so the kids can see this. And this recognizes that you all have participated in being part of making Livonia one of the phenomenal tree cities in this country, okay? Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, we don't get to do this alone, okay? Every day when we put Arbor Day together in the city and when we recognize trees in our community, there are a lot of people that help a mayor to do that. So I want to recognize some of those folks right now, and when I'm done telling you who they are and what they do, then we can clap really, really loud for all of them, okay? Because they don't get enough applause, all right? So we've got with us from the Tree City Committee, Brent Sabo is here today, and I think some of these folks are standing in the back of the room. Wave your hands when we say your names. Behind the camera. There we go, Brent. We've got Jen Corey with Livonia Public Schools. Jen helped me get into the building today. You met Doug Moore, king of trees in Livonia. Tricia Gabriel, she's our road supervisor. She's back in the corner. We've got John Wojner with our forestry division. John, if this is the king of trees, this is the duke of trees, okay? We've got Ralph Williams from our forestry department, and Ralph is not in the room at the time because he's outside getting ready for us out there. But Ralph was super kind this morning. He met me as I was getting out of the car, and he brought with him a photo that he dug out of the DPW archives that shows one of our very first tree Arbor Day celebrations. And on that day, I got to get dressed up, and I was the tree. So, forever, for always, there is a picture of me in an apple tree costume on file somewhere. So we're going to see if maybe we can make sure there are no more copies made of that, okay? And then we've got Erica Flores with us, too, and Erica's from our forestry division as well. You met, your principal, Rob Witherspoon, and Mr. Witherspoon was really phenomenal when we said we need a good school to come to so that we can celebrate Arbor Day. He said, pick me, and he raised his hand really high. So that's how we're here today. So thank you very much. And Allison King, your teacher here, is a big part of how we got here. Mrs. King today is responsible for helping to put this program together. You met Mr. Beringhouse with our Greenleaf Committee, and we've got Katie Mullett with us today, too. Katie's also with the Greenleaf Commission. Ted Davis. Now, Mr. Davis heads up our Parks and Rec Department. Ted, wave your hands. All right, all the swings and slides and things you play on, he's in charge of all that fun stuff. So he gets to do some really fun stuff. And then Dave Lear is in the back, and Dave Lear is one of our city engineers, so he makes sure trees are planted in the right place. We've also got Dave Varga. Dave is my right-hand person in my office. He makes sure that I get where I need to go and that I say only the best things when I get there. So I think that covers everybody, and we want to thank all of the people that have helped us to get here today. And now is your chance to give them all a huge round of applause, okay? There's one other person that I've kind of held out for last because this is my partner in crime. Whenever the city works together with the schools, I get to do it with one of the smartest people I know, your school superintendent, Andrea Oquist, and she is here today as well. So just like I get to head up the city, she gets to head up the schools. And when we work together, that's when the very best things happen. So let's give her a round of applause. Okay, I think we're going to turn the program over to all of you. And Mrs. Mullet, it's yours to take charge of.
Hi, boys and girls. So, boys and girls, very exciting day for Cleveland Elementary School and our Eagles. We are so lucky to have all these people in the room, and most importantly, it's very exciting. We're very happy to have all of you in the room as well. Boys and girls, if you look outside, a little bit of time, when you go outside, when you go home, look outside, look at all the trees that you see, and think about all the times you play with trees, right? And either watch or just watching them, reading under them. So before we get started, I was very fortunate. I was going through because everybody had a hand in this. Miss King did a wonderful job at organizing and planning this, but I was able to find some acrostic poems from our third grade, and I really wanted to share them because it was very, very good. And it had to do about Earth and nature because everything is connected. So we're going to start in third grade. You know who this is. Third grader. Listen, we're going to talk about nature. Nice air rushing. Trees blowing, unknown weather, rushing rivers, and eagles flying. Love it. The way to get the eagles in there. And then we have another nature. We have nuts for squirrels, apples in trees in forest. Sorry, I have to see. Underground, where all the worms crawl around the roots. Rocks on mountains and eggs from birds. And then we have earth. Energy comes from the sun. Animals are everywhere. Boys and girls, animals love trees. Rivers with water flowing around them. Trees grow big and habitats have lots of animals to live in them. So boys and girls, these are just some examples of some of the wonderful creativeness that's going on at Cleveland. So boys and girls, I would like to introduce Miss King because Miss King has some wonderful presentation for you. Miss King.
We're going to start with second grade. They have some jokes. Do you guys want to come up here?
What is a pirate's favorite holiday? Arbor Day.
Okay, let them come. They said they're fine. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Did you hear the joke about the tree? It'll leave you laughing.
You guys can just Okay, kindergarten and first grade, could you please stand up and turn this way? Face Mr. Stafford.
No, we're just Miss Cody.
Okay.
We're
All right.
in a group.
Okay, ready?
Hey Reagan, what did Obi-Wan Kenobi say to the tree? I don't know. What did Obi-Wan Kenobi say to the tree? May the forest be with you.
Okay, you guys.
Callie, why was the cat afraid of the tree?
Come up here again.
I don't know. Why was the cat afraid of the tree? Because of its bark.
May I have your attention, please? Okay, third grade is going to now recite some poetry.
Earth Day is every day, air is good for us, recycle all we can, trees give us oxygen, habitats are everywhere.
Everywhere is clean, amazing air to breathe, right enough for me, the best place ever, happy Arbor Day.
Every animal lives there, a lot to explore, rotates around the sun. There is so much to see, and humans are everywhere.
New plants blooming and growing, ants moving left and right. Too many things to see outside. Umbrellas hide you from the rain. Rain makes flowers sprout all about. Earth is beautiful. Happy Arbor Day.
Wait, let me get their attention first, okay? Okay, ready? Okay, go ahead. Speak in the mic.
Why did the leaf go to the doctor? Because it was feeling green.
Okay, ready? You got it. Ready?
Why did the dog bury himself in the backyard on Earth Day?
Why?
Because you can't grow a tree without bark.
Yes.
Do they know who they are?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, boys and girls, thank you so much. Boys and girls, let's give all of our participation from the jokes to the poetry to these songs one ultimate Cleveland nice job with the one clap. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So, boys and girls, our fourth graders, could I have our fourth graders that will be helping plant the trees? Could I have you come to the front, please? What's that? Yeah.
That's what's stand down here.
What do you have, 9? 9 of them? 9? Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Thank you, boys and girls. So in front of, on the side of me, we have 9 of our 4th graders that will be going outside and helping planting trees just outside of our back fence. So when you're driving with your parents and guardians in their cars, you'll be able to see them, and they'll be here for years to come because they're going to grow just like you. So boys and girls, thank you again. We all set? Boys and girls, thank you again for taking some time out of your day. And everybody here, thank you again. Boys and girls, have a great celebration of Arbor Day. Have a great weekend, and as always, Cleveland, keep going. Awesome. Thank you again. Nice job, boys and girls. You guys are incredible. Incredible. Oh, your hands are really Sorry.
Guys, you just got a shuffle.
Just got a shuffle.
Thank you very much.